Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you can see the title of this video, all those Ukrainian men, well there were some women as well, just FYI for your information, should be deported to Ukraine, to the front line, with their black and red or red and black, I don't know what direction is the right one, flag that represents Moloch, read evil, devil. Today's video is something that I really don't like to record much, but I have to, because, you know, if you live in another country, perhaps you will not hear about it unless you use social media and it starts to circulate on your X, Twitter, or Truth Social and other social media platforms. So let's jump straight into it. I will play a video for you without the sound and read you the translation. Before I do that, this video will be presenting to you a concert that took place over the weekend in Warsaw, the capital of Poland. And that concert, the performer, the entertainer was, I'm not familiar with him. He was apparently very known rapper from Belarus that hates Lukashenko and his regime, or the way how he is running the country. And that concert was scheduled apparently for a reason that is very close to Ukrainian hearts. So let me show you what took place during this concert, and then we go through some details as far as that absolute madness and wild animal behavior. Let's take a look at it. So here we have this concert, everyone. Let me open the video for you. I'm not going to play the sound like I said, so let's mute it. You have pretty large translation here. This is the stadium. On Saturday, a concert by Max Kors, a Belarusian rapper hated by Alexander Lukashenko regime, took place. Sorry, it was too fast. One second, let me go back. Took place at the PGE National Stadium in Warsaw. The artist, known for his political involvement, chose the date of August 9th for a reason. This is anniversary of the protests following the fraudulent 2020 presidential election in Belarus. The concert attracted 60,000 fans. Actually, I came across another information that it was over 70,000. But let's continue. During the concert at the stadium, some people from the stands tried to get onto the pitch. So actually from the VIP sector, so very high sector, they were flying down, they were jumping down straight to the lowest ground here, close to the stage. There were fights with security. Special units intervened, and the start of the performance was put into question. Just keep on watching with me because I tell you why. After the concert, the crowds moved to the city center, mainly to the Vistula Boulevard. So they left this place and they moved to another part of Warsaw to behave like worse than animals. I should not even say, because animals don't behave like this. Only humans do. Where pyrotechnics were again set off and riots broke out. Police detained dozens of people, and officers described the events as the biggest brawl on National Square. All right, so here what you see is a TikTok video from a huge group of Ukrainians who attended this concert. So let's play this. The day before the concert, the informal gathering of Korza fans took place in Warsaw Wola district. Hundreds of people gathered on the former PKP, this is railway plots. Now, let me just show you this, because reading this is not really going to do any justice. Just watch those videos. So you have massive numbers of young Ukrainian men who all live in Poland, as I assume. Well, maybe some of them traveled for this, but I think majority. But this is the crucial moment right here. So let's look at this. Here is Bandera flag. the symbol associated with massacre, genocide of Polish people in Wołyń. They say 100,000 people were slaughtered, some say 200,000. There are even numbers like 500,000 altogether, just because they were Poles. So this is the concert, everyone. You can see this. So here is this group. Look at those people. Look at them. They have a lot of stamina and strength and energy. I think they would be great at the front line, don't you think? Why I'm showing this to you is first and foremost that this was even allowed to take place as far as the flag of Bandera being shown during this concert. Behavior of those men is one thing, but let me just show you this 1 second, guys. This is the video, the TikTok video. I just want to play. Here is the flag among the Ukrainian flags. I don't know how this is even possible to be displayed. Now, why this is important? Because this is Nazi. This is genocide. This is Wołyń. And this is something that all of those men should be, in my opinion, right away deported from Poland straight to Zelensky's arms. Because I think there is a problem with recruitment in Ukraine, isn't it? This particular TikTok video with this Geroi, or I don't know how you say it in Ukrainian language, hero, doing this in Poland. And you know, they, majority, if not all of them, they live from Polish social system. Look at him. So here is the question now. They know, don't you think they know very well what UPA did, what that organization did? Of course they do. They know how those people were slaughtered. And it still doesn't stop them to do it. Like, for example, the statue that I brought to your attention a while back. This is the statue to honor the victims. 1 second, let me just find it, guys. Those videos, you know, I don't like to record those kind of videos, but I have to give you an idea what's really going on. And Polish people are absolutely, I cannot even find the word now, how Polish people feel about it. So this is the statue that I presented to you to commemorate Wołyń massacre, and it was destroyed. It was just recently destroyed. Let me stop this video. You can see someone sprayed this flag again and written down underneath Slava UPA, okay? On this beautiful state, I mean, it's horrific as far as what it symbolizes, but it's really well put together. And you know, there is still no exhumation of the bodies. There is no burial place for all those victims in Wołyń. So here is the statue. Someone just sprayed the flag. So let me just tell you a few things about that Wołyń massacre, genocide. If you don't know about it, all you need to do is just look it up. Because the way how they were killing people is truly out of this world. And you know, stories like, because the witnesses actually, some very, very little children, young people who escaped from that nightmare, from that terror, from that hell, were sharing those stories. And some of them are even still recorded. There are pictures, there are statements. They were doing horrific things. They were taking newborns and sticking them on the fences live. That's how they were dying. They were cutting the pregnant woman in half and taking out the babies and pulling the legs and hands and everything. It's just so horrific. I don't know that I can even speak about it. I think to some extent I numb myself to even say those things, because not long time ago when I was talking about it, I literally was choking and couldn't, express the words at all, because it's horrific. You have to almost numb your feelings to talk about it. So now we have those Ukrainians here in Poland who are acting like that. And since there is a major issue in Ukraine, because this conflict still continues with recruitment, I want to show you some videos just as a reminder, because I think they would be a perfect candidates for this. Not everyone is in this lucky position like they were, to jump at the front of the stage. Some people didn't have money, connections, etc., and they were dragged, just like this one. This one was using the spray gas and luckily escape from this nightmare. But that's how they treat those who unfortunately still remain there. Or, for example, let me find another one. They do this. Sorry, it's not this one. Just 1 second, because I have so many windows open for you guys. Bear with me, please. Thank you. And if you appreciate the content, make sure to hit the like button. I think it's this one right here. Okay. Let's look into it, because this, of course, why we cannot look at this. Okay, let's look at it. So here we have not so lucky Ukrainian young man who maybe it's a good person, it's just a good person who never waves the UPA flag, who has a dog who wants to protect him. God bless this guy. I mean, and this young man dragged out of his house, probably no longer alive, is not so lucky like those full of stamina. So now let's look at this flag, everyone. Someone asked me a while back what this flag really represents. I might create a separate video that goes a little bit more into details as far as how the journey went into that region with those particular bloodlines. But let's look at this flag, okay? So here we have a little post, a little bit conspiracy theory, as some people have problem with that, but I don't, because I know that everything is connected. There we have, you know who this is, I don't have to say. So here we have the Ukraine crest. Right next to it is the Moloch seagull, I think that's how you say it. And this is very much connected to the Khazarian Tamga. So let's look into this, just Wikipedia, that maybe in this case doesn't lie. What this post here says, it's a demonic sign of child sacrifice, pure evil. So let's do a little bit investigation on that matter, shall we? Maybe Wikipedia will tell the truth this time. We see. So let's look at it. Where do I have this, everyone? Here we go. Moloch. You see it right here, with some people bringing the babies straight to his hands. Moloch is a Chthonic, Phoenician, and Canaanite deity. The name derives from the Hebrew Melech, which means king or god in Greek Moloch, identified with Adramelech. Moloch was to be sacrificed with children. It is mentioned in the Bible, 2 Kings 23:10, worshipped supposedly in the form of a bull. Medieval demonology considers Moloch to be one of the demons. Well, he's on the UPA flag. and Ukrainian crest. The actual existence of a deity named Moloch and the beliefs of the inhabitants of ancient Canaan is still being studied. I think they survived, don't you think, guys? According to more recent theories, the spelling MLK should be read as Molk or Mulk. It simply means the sacrifice of a child. Now look at this, Wikipedia, right? We can send all of those Ukrainians to Wikipedia. Do they care? Maybe they know exactly what this represents. Cult Moloch or Moloch sacrifice was to involve, for example, burning alive newborns and small children in a sacred fire, which was euphemistically referred to as walking through fire. So let's scroll down. If you want to read the whole thing, I don't, because you need to clean your energy after this. Let's look at the Moloch and the Old Testament. Leviticus 18:21. Thou shalt not give thy child to be led through fire to Moloch. Thou shalt not thus profane the name of thy God. I am the Lord. Let's look at 2 Kings 23:10, and it says, and the defiled Tophet, which was in the valley of the son of Hinnom, that no man should let his son or his daughter through the fire again to the honor of Moloch. And Jeremiah 32:35, and they built the high places of Baal, which is the demon again, the evil, in the valley of Ben Hinnom to sacrifice their sons and daughters to Moloch. I did not condemn them to do it, nor did it occur to me that they could do anything to abominable and lead Judah to sin. So there is a lot of information here. You can read it yourself. So let's look at this one more time. Just, when you see it, you cannot unsee it, right? Maybe we just need a little bit more education as far as this goes. Oh boy, can I tell you guys, it's really, I'm speechless sometimes with all of this. There we have it. There we have it. And this is on the UPA flag. So now let's just for a moment think about it. Let me remove this now and let's just think about it. When you look at the flag that they were waving, the red and black with this symbol, why the red and black? When I think about it, not being an expert in any of this, but just using my, I would say, almost intuition and some common sense, I would say, well, red stands for blood, but black stands for darkness, right? Don't you think? Because usually white stands for purity. That's how I'm not saying that Poland is perfect, but we have white and red flag. And it might stand for purity, and it might stand for blood that was sacrificed, but it might also red might also represent the life force, because if you look at the blood, it's also life force, so is the energy, right? So it's life-giving. So just look at this, how this is almost, it's really biblical in a way. It is biblical because it's spiritual war. Think, you have a red and black flag that is presented in the country that has white and red flag. Couldn't be more obvious, right? And what this stands for and what this stands for. Anyway, guys, this was very free-flowing video because I was trying to bring this news to you in a way that every normal human being will present this to you. All of those men, all of those people, well, including women, because women can fight there too, as they are. There is no problem with recruiting people. There is no problem with conscription. There is no problem with that. Just come to Poland, go to the concert, and you don't need the van. You don't need the van. You just need to be standing at the gates, and you have all of those men in one evening. There was 70,000 people. Of course, not all of them behave like this, but I'm sure easily you would have 10,000. easily. Or you just follow them to other regions in Warsaw, other sites of Warsaw, districts, where they continue with their stamina and energy. And this was sponsored by the Polish citizens. So there you have it, everyone. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching and for subscribing to my channel, liking my videos, hitting thumbs up. And to everyone who becomes my Patreon to support my work or donates on PayPal, I very, very much appreciate it and say thank you to all of you. All the links will be down below in the description box. So yeah, we might just do another video, dive deeper into how the Khazarian mafia made a living in the Ukrainian region. That would be an interesting one. Lots of love, everyone. And remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. And I see you in the next video. Bye, guys.